Hey guys, so these are the things that you're going to need. You're going to need a sheet of paper that measures 8 by 8, some elastic or ribbon or whatever you're going to use to tie, some clips, some pins, a ruler, your fabric, scissors, and your sewing machine. Hey guys, so to start off, you're going to take your fabric. Now mine's already cut, but if you do a square on a piece of paper, it's 8 inches by 8 inches. This is where your fabric's going to fold. It makes it so much easier. So grab your piece of paper, and if your fabric was obviously still big, you would just, place it wherever, and then you want to fold it over like this so that it measures the 8 by 8. Mine's already a little folded right here. And that's how you're going to cut out your piece. So technically it's an 8 by 16, but you're cutting some work there. Okay guys, so with the right sides together, they're folded, you are going to make a crease on your fabric that is about 1/2 inch. So you're going to fold it once, and it's just about 1/2 inch right there. And you're going to fold it 2 times. It is really, really helpful if you iron it as you go, because it'll stay for you. And if you're not an experienced sewer like myself, it just makes it really, really easy. So I've already folded it twice, and like I said, it's about 1/2 inch or so. And you're going to sew right here. So you're going to sew this part. And you're going to do the same thing for the other side, but you're going to flip it over. You're going to fold your fabric, and then you're going to fold it again to kind of give you a 1/2 inch fold. And you're going to sew this down. And for the sewing, you guys, you do want to make sure you stay as close as you can to the bottom, because I messed up and sewed like right in the middle, and it just did not work out. So you're going to fold right here, iron this part so it stays flat, and then sew right along the edge as close as you can. Okay, so after you have sewed your 1/2 inch, or yeah, your 1/2 inch, you're gonna put them back together. Now you're gonna measure 1.5 inches from the end to the inside. So 1.5 inches, and you can put a little pin. You can mark it with a pen, whatever you want, just so that you know that's 1.5 inches. Okay, so now that you have sewn these parts together and you made your little hole right here, this is your filter hole. So you're gonna slide that down to the bottom, all the way to the bottom, to where you can actually grab this, and you're gonna be able to open it up. You see this? And match this with your other fabric, and lay it flat. And then you can go ahead and iron this so that it stays, and that it's like so much easier. And this is what I meant by like sewing straight, but it's okay, it'll still work. Okay, so to attach the elastic, you are just going to stick it in there. Like that. So I'm using yarn for this part because I totally ran out of elastic, and I don't think I have enough ribbon, but you can pretty much do whatever you want on this part. So I'm gonna grab it, same thing, put it right here in the corner, then I'm just gonna sew it. You can clip it right here, it doesn't go anywhere, and that is that. And you're gonna do this on all 4 corners. So right here, right here, right here with your string. So you're gonna flip it inside out through the little hole, and you can poke out your corners with like a little pencil or anything, and this is what it's gonna look like with the ties. Obviously if you had the elastic, it would just be the little elastic loop right here. And now we're gonna move on to do the little pleats. And about right now your mask should be measuring about 6.5 inches or so. Mine's a little bit short, but it's okay, it'll still work. And I'm going to show you guys how to do pleats. Go to your iron for this part. Definitely you want to press as you're doing this, because it's going to be so much easier to sew. Starting at the bottom of your mask, so here's the hole. This is going to go to the bottom. This is going to go against your face. So measure from here. So put your ruler, and it should be, like I said, 6.5 or so, but mine isn't. Mine's a little shorter. But anyways, you're going to start to pin at the 5, at the 4, the 3.5, the 2.5, the 2, and the 1. You're going to connect the 2 to the 1, the 2.5 to the 2, the 3.5 to the 2.5, and the 5 to the 4. Okay. Okay, so this is what it's gonna look like. Like I said, this is the back, so this is facing your face. So the pleats are up, but if you flip it around, this is your mask. And once you stretch it, obviously it's gonna stretch. You can insert your filter through here, which we've been using coffee filters. You can use a dried baby wipe, and that's that. So now I'm gonna show you guys how to do the nose wire, which is super easy. And I'm going to measure, sorry for all this, like I said, I'm not a professional. I'm going to measure 1.5 inch this way, or 2 inches, whatever you guys want. So I'm gonna actually do 2 inches right here. I'm gonna put a little pin right there. Oh, I'm gonna put my ruler right here, mark it where it's 2 inches. Okay, so once you marked your 2 inches or your 1.5 inch, you're gonna sew a line from here to here. You can also sew up one side so that it doesn't slide around. Usually they don't, but you can sew up like in an L shape and leave one side open so that you can insert it or take it out if you want to change it out. So just sew from here to here, give it about 1/2 inch of space. Okay, so there is my little L shape, and here is where I sewed. Don't mind this, my sewing machine is having issues, and so am I. And like I said, I am not a professional. Obviously, if you are making these to sell, you might want to practice a couple times if you're not an expert, or if these are for yourself, like for me, I don't care. Like, they're for my personal use, but yeah. So then I'm gonna take a little pipe cleaner, and I'm just gonna measure out, and I'm gonna cut that part, and I'm gonna put it in, here's my backside again, through my little hole. And there you go, you guys. Once you insert your little pipe cleaner, you have your little adjustable little nose thing. You have your filter hole to change that out. You have your ties to adjust it. And there you go. Okay, guys, and this is what it looks like. Obviously, it's big for her because this is a adult size. This is what it looks like in the back when it's tied. And now we're gonna do the test. We put a coffee filter in there, and now she's gonna try to blow it up. So it works?
Mm-hmm.
It works.